There were times where I would see videos and I'm talking about something, then I don't see myself again, and I'm like, I didn't even finish. Nobody got to see the part of me that was playful or whatever, right? There was that, but there was the one of also me talking to, of lesbian people. Which when I got out, I saw on some TikToks where like, oh, this girl doesn't even talk to the guys in the house, or she doesn't even play. And I'm like, oh no, it's just that I'm very firm as a person.
Do you think the distance affected you again?
Yes. Absolutely. I feel like 2 weeks is, for us there, it felt like 2 months. Yeah. Not gonna lie. However, it still felt a little early to get to know people fully enough to let down my guard properly. Then I'll start playing. Some people got there the next day, they started to shout and fight and all of that. But I always say the way the evictions have been causing the house to, it's almost like the peak has existed. Because if it was a thing where there was just like people that weren't a core of the house.
Yeah, there's some people that shouldn't be in the house right now. But I don't know, who would have nominated this week?
If it was maybe the week that we were there, who would have nominated? Probably like Jason J, Kaikumi. People really have people in that house. That's why I'm saying that like it's not snatching in my world in the house. Except they say, oh, they're exclusive or something. You're removing people like the first week. You're removing someone that's the sheep and someone that is everybody's person. Yeah. So the next week you're removing somebody that like people didn't expect, like Kaikumi that's also in the sheep to leave. So at some point there's even a running joke that a sheep is not saving you this season.
What's up, Africa? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the True Talk Naija podcast here in the heart and city of Lagos. I'm excited to be back again. Every week we'll bring you the very best of conversations, and today we'll have your fave. I mean, if you don't know this face, I don't think you're in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Ibifubara.
Hi guys, thank you for having me on the pod.
You look good.
Thank you. I'm happy to have a conversation with you again.
This is like the third time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is the third time we're meeting. We're there at this point. You have to sign some papers. You gotta pay me for all this. All right, guys. So how are you doing?
I'm okay. I think I'm way better than when I first got out of the house.
Tell me about it.
Way better. I think then I was just filled with so much. There was a lot of regrets. There was a lot of I should have done this. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. And a lot of let's say comments that were not kind. Here and there. There was a lot of backlash on my handler when I got out.
You should have done a handler's review.
No, thank you.
I just tell them, please be kind to my handler.
No need for that here, because like I said, a lot of things happen behind the scenes that I will actually, I'm not sure I'm ever going to talk about because,
because you spoke about it the first time and they came for you and said, why did you say this?
No, I've actually never talked about it fully. What exactly happened. I signed contracts. So
a non-disclosure. So we're multi-choice, right?
No comment. Okay, but I can't necessarily talk about things fully. However, my handlers, by the way, for different platform, Instagram different, TikTok, So I think if you followed, you could see the difference in how all of them were. They did their best, and I'm grateful that they took out time to take care of my account. But I'm back now, and things are looking up.
We should have grown. Actually, it's you had to change your name.
Yeah, to my actual name.
Well, I don't understand you. Say like the slice of IBM. What's this? Okay, so when you told me, I'm like, hey, you don't even know what's happening.
I don't know. I think it's just a Nigerian thing to not. People do it everywhere where they have names and they have names that are not their actual names but have something about their name in their names for their Instagram accounts, especially when they have careers outside of being influencers. I think that was the idea of it all. Like IBK has always like been a nickname thing, so I was just like, let's just play on it, right? But I think it didn't catch on from where we are, and it's fine because on TikTok it doesn't even matter. That place is just they're just here for you. They don't care, right? But for Instagram, I understand why it should have just been my name. So if I could go back, I would have just left it as that.
Well, I feel like one of the ways people would have found you was by your name, right? But let's talk about this. So have you met? I'm sure you met with Motega. Did you guys have a conversation?
Yeah.
What's the conversation about?
I mean, we're just talking about me leaving and how it affected him in the house. Because I didn't watch the show a lot after I left.
Why?
I still don't watch the show. I watch on Sundays.
Okay.
Mainly. And for now, I'll be watching nominations too because I just want to see how people, nominate. So the last one's quite interesting and how it played out. Why is just I really wanted to be on that show for long. So for me, it's like
who would have nominated this week?
This week,
yeah.
If I was I don't think you can say these things until you're there because each week comes with different things. Yeah. However, if it was maybe the week that we were there, we would have nominated. Probably like Jason J, Kaikumi. Kaikumi is my guy. Like it's chill.
But it's out now.
But yeah, it's out now. Yeah, I would have nominated him then because I just not really like his game then. But Jason J because he's a solid player in the house. So and I nominate based on that. Who can give me the run for my money? I'm not really out here for this random.
I get it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the fact that you felt like you weren't given enough screen time. But so what part of the fun moments, your highlights didn't make it to the screen? There was like 2 highlights. You felt like, how come this people didn't see this?
You guys will use this against me.
No, we will not use it against you.
Okay, so highlights. I think I've said this thing before. I think just conversations, venting I had with several housemates, not just one particular word, but like different people where, there were times where I was that person that was not just talking to people as a psychologist or whatever. Like, and I wasn't even there psychotherapizing anybody. I was just talking to human beings. This is how I talk, or that's how I talk. But there were fun moments, right, where I'll chill with my guys like Ruboy and Telma or Tega or something, and we're having proper conversations that are playful, and all. And I felt like those parts were cut off. They didn't. There were times where I would see videos and I'm talking about something, then I don't see myself again, and I'm like, I didn't even finish. Nobody got to see the part of me that was playful or whatever, right? That was that, but it was the one of also me talking to, off-letting people, which when I got out, I saw on some TikToks that are like, oh, this girl doesn't even talk to the guys in the house, or she doesn't even play. And I'm like, oh no, it's just that I'm very firm as a person. So I think that like I was very boundary oriented. So it's like, I can talk, I can laugh, but like, there's like a line.
What's the line?
I have to decide that I want to cross a line myself, not the other way around.
So everything has to be you. That's what you're trying to say. It has to be you.
Especially in a game like that.
Okay.
Like it's a game thing, right? Outside, obviously, is you and whoever you want to get into anything with and all of that. But inside your house, it's very important to own your own narrative. People are watching you. They're judging you for you and your actions. And they are judging other people, yes, but for your own actions, and you be held accountable. So I got into that place and decided that, see, I'm going to be firm, have boundaries, and do things when I want to do them, not the other way around.
Do you think the distance affected your game?
Yes. Absolutely. I feel like 2 weeks is, for us there, it felt like 2 months, not gonna lie. However, it still felt a little early to get to know people fully enough to let down my guard properly. Then I'll start playing. Some people got there the next day, they started to shout and fight and all of that. But I always say this thing, like I feel like I've done too much work on myself, that reality TV, it might take a longer time for me on reality TV to open up than the normal or the average person. Yeah, that was what was happening to me. So it's like I was too aware of things. So it's like I might want to, someone might poke me and and I might want to react, and I'm just like, there's a reason why this person is doing it, and blah 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 happens. And that really affected some things. Even the fight I had with Jason J, well, not a fight but misunderstanding per se, I saw where it was coming from, how he was defensive, and it sort of just made me say like, let's forget this, I'll call him out or whatever, and we had a conversation. However, if it was somebody that really did not have a good understanding of why he was doing what he did, that would have been a proper, like one of the first proper fights of the season, because it went on for days where there was a lot of there's just something going on
Tension.
the attention going on that both of us knew and other people even saw.
Okay.
Yeah, that I didn't know they saw it until later they mentioned it that I was seeing you guys, you do this, say this thing, and he will say this thing and you say this thing. But it's all good. Like, it's what it is. If I'm to go back in there, I would do this thing way differently.
Would you want to go back into the house?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we really should take 1 or 2 housemates back into the house.
Maybe.
If there was an opportunity to go back, you put in your best to go back.
Yeah, and things will be different.
What would be different? You will not put boundaries this time around.
I will always have boundaries. That's how I'm formed. But I would let go.
Okay.
Like, it would be more like I would know that I'm just there for this to let go, and I won't overthink things. I won't talk about, I won't overthink things. That's the best way to put it. So I will do head first before I think about it too much. That's that for it to not stop me from sort of like being, because there are parts of me that are actually not the calm version of myself. Like, I'm a work in progress too. Even when I had a fight with Faith in the house, I said some very mean things, and I'm like, oh gosh, I really don't like saying mean
sharp
things.
mouth.
Yeah, I do. So when it happens, the housemates turned and were like, oh my god, like, wow. And that fight too, I don't think that it was shown properly, because if it was, I think a lot of people would have also seen that, because they always talk about, there's Isabella, there's Thelma, and there's me, and I'm like the calm one amongst 3 of us because we're from the same place. They call us sisters, blah blah blah, and I'm like,
we're from Port Harcourt?
River State, yes, we're Calabari. So we're not from Port Harcourt, we're Calabari. Yeah. So it's always like, these 2 people are this, why this person is. While I might not be too, I think that what stops me from just always attacking or being out there or whatever is just the work that I've done on myself and being a psychologist.
So if we went into the house right now, who would you want to form an alliance with, based off the 22 people we have in the moment? Or would you get into a ship with anyone in the house now?
Now, newly, or if I'm going back?
We're going back now.
If I go back, definitely. I won't say who I'll form a ship with, but it's something that I would explore.
2 people, 2 guys.
No. See, the last time I said 2 guys, you guys ran with it for like.
Wait, was it?
How many days?
Was it right? No.
Yeah, but like that was the.
That was I'm talking about now.
Now? No, honestly, I actually don't know. Like, but
you
it's
won't
something.
Even go for color.
No, color is my brother. I just don't have attraction towards color.
Who do you have attraction to in the house?
Right now, nobody. It's a thing where I'm serious, nobody. But if I'm to go back, obviously, and I can explore or given the chance.
Nobody's going to give yourself the chance. It wasn't like you give the chance.
Not given a chance to like explore. Obviously, give myself blah blah blah. Yeah. Yes, it's something that I will explore. And
you won't snatch anybody's guy. Nobody ever has anybody now. Maybe Bright has me there. And Color
Do people really have people in that house? That's why I'm saying that like it's not snatching in my world in the house. Except they say they're exclusive or something. Okay. But yes, I would explore that. And what else will I do differently? Yeah, I'll just be. You see me more because it's almost like I'm watching from the outside. I now know almost like what can get you to be seen more.
Yeah.
But
it's like you guys don't think about that before you go into the house. I haven't watched previous seasons.
We do, but you're doing stuff there, and you think it's being shown.
Okay, there's that part because you don't know who's the highlight.
Yeah, you actually don't know who's going to like last season. The person that won literally was not the highlight of the season.
Actually,
like at all. When I say at all, like there were people that had highlights, shapes, blah blah blah, all the way. Yeah. But it was somebody. So you're just doing your best, and we really thought we're just like doing ourselves, and that's why I still till today the housemates still sit down and be like the other day I think Thelma was having a conversation with Ruboy and Culture, and they were like, they don't even know what people want again. If someone like me can leave, someone that was both entertaining and also was good at tasks and all of that, so they were also so confused. So that's how it pretty much is in that house. You actually do not know who the camera is on at a given time, so you can just be doing. So some days you can have downtimes, and that's the day the camera will be on you.
So what you need to understand is that most times it is what they show us that we would see. So when we had the one level 1 and level 2, remember that season?
Yeah.
You gave more people time.
Yes.
And more screen time. But this time you're 29. And once there's a narrative, or somebody's trying to get into a relationship, they follow through that narrative. They follow. So if you get into the house and you don't pick on day one or day two. So I feel like you yourself, Victory is also reality show material. The house has been sort of quiet the last few days because some troublemakers have left the show.
Oh, yeah. So I've noticed that since I feel like the way the evictions have been causing the house to, it's almost like the peak has existed. Because if it was a thing where there was just like people that weren't a core of the house. Yeah,
there's some people that shouldn't be in the house right now, but I don't want to mention it.
Yeah, obviously, but like if it was less people that were the core of the house leaving first, like I feel like okay, something will happen. But this one is unexpected. When Gigi and Victory came out, I didn't expect it. So
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, so it's like people are saying
those are highlights too.
Yeah, they're saying from the beginning, why you're removing people like the first week you're removing someone that's the sheep and someone that is everybody's person.
Yeah.
So the next week you're removing somebody that like people didn't expect, like Kaikumi that's also in the sheep to leave. So at some point there's even a running joke that a sheep is not saving you this season. Because you could go out, like I'm saying, these are the major ships. Like Damoskin and Zita were a major ship in the house, like something that all of us saw, very fast. And Kaikumi and Isabella were a major ship too in the house. And it's just like if these people can go, and Victory and Gigi were not just a ship, a chaos, like the chaos that surrounded them with other people. So it's like they've broken down a storyline for Sultana even. So she doesn't have the Victory storyline anymore. So she has to now deal with the ones that are remaining. And if next week they also remove somebody that has a major storyline.
That's it. So I think also that you guys should talk to your fans. It's the fans of all. I know the multi-choice will never change results. It's what you people vote.
Fans give.
So, but let's talk about fans. What's been the craziest reaction you've gotten from a fan?
Craziest reaction?
Yeah.
I don't think I get crazy reactions. I get a lot of love from my fans. To be honest, I find it so interesting by the way that I have fans. But like sometimes I'm walking and someone just screams, "Oh my God, Ibifubara!" And I'm like, "Oh hi!" Like I can't believe that people are on the road can actually recognize me. It's not, obviously I didn't stay till the 72, right? So it's there's a difference in how those people will be recognized. But there's still people that are saying that, "Oh, I know you." Went to Ibadan, and Ibadan, like I wouldn't expect, I don't know how to explain
there's still Ibadan.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like I feel like they would have certain people. For instance, Kaikumi was quite popular there, right? Because he's an
Ibadan boy.
He's an Ibadan boy. So that was there. But the fact that they said hi, but they now said my name and they pronounced this properly, and like everybody was just talking, and I was just like, oh, okay. Like people actually know me here and want pictures here and saying they're following it, and it's a thing. So it was very lovely to have situations like that.
Absolutely.
So away from, there's a lot of hate, by the way. Like, but
where's the hate
always.
What hate have you experienced?
So I think that on Twitter, I left that app, by the way. So whoever you're talking to on Twitter, it's not me, it's my handler. And it's so sad because Twitter used to be a place that I really liked. So when I got into the house, there's a lot of buzz for me on Twitter because of that. People knew me. In fact, one of my clients, when I was a therapist and all of that, our tweets went viral because she said, "Oh my God, my therapist is there," and some people were trying to, but she fought till the end, like, "Oh no, she's a good therapist. She just wants to do reality TV. It's fine to like." And I saw that thread, and I was just so happy that there were so many people, so much that somebody on Twitter was seeking a handler for me. When the first few days that I was in the show, she actually said, "Oh my God, this is my Twitter cousin. Please, can we get a handler for her? I will pay." Like she was going up like and about, and I was like, "Oh wow!" Like people actually. Because they were like, I was one of the people from the first day I had a lot of buzz because of my entrance was very hyped, blah, 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 And I get it, right? But there's still some people saying very mean things, And
what mean things have you heard?
I don't want to give this thing. No, some people just talk about, for instance, now, some people talk about things like, because I'm not... I was not the person that would go to the house and wake up in the morning and spend 5 hours doing my makeup. Or wearing all the wigs, blah, blah, blah. There was a reason for all of that because some of my things did not arrive during lockdown. This is like the whole thing I can't even talk about, but it happened, right? And they see me now and they'll be like, oh, why is she dressing like this now when in the house she wasn't really like
giving us that.
You know, the pictures they'll just put up and they'll just be like, oh, look at her now, why didn't she show us that she was hot in the house, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what exactly do you people want from me? It's just every day, and they'll say, oh, these were the It girls, oh, this girl, no, oh, she was not necessary, why did she even come for the show? But like, someone even went on a podcast, in fact 2 people went on a podcast and went on and on and on about how they feel like I was a waste of space in this season, and went as far as insulting my father that's just in Port Harcourt chilling. And I didn't even respond.
Easy, guys.
Easy, like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I watched some parts of it because people were tagging me. After some time, I think I blocked it because it's not my business.
Where did you see that?
TikTok.
What platform was that?
Oh, I refused to know their name. Like, I didn't put it in my head. I just saw it, but it trended. Like, you know, it was a whole thing because they took it to Twitter too, and it was there. But it was on Twitter, they defended me a lot, and that's why I was so grateful. A lot of people went, even somebody from the past season went on like it, and
a guy or a girl?
A girl.
Okay.
And she was going, Chinwe, like, I'm very grateful that she did that. And she went on, because I think she's also gotten a lot of backlash.
Okay.
So she understands. And she was like, like, you're just jealous. Like, people like you. Because in the video, the guy said something like, it should have been him that got the slot or something like that. So, and she was just going like, you're just jealous. Like, at the end of the day, you didn't get it, and this person got it, and there's a reason why they got it, and like, take your like, she really said some things on it, and I was like, you guys just free them. But I liked that I didn't have to defend myself. Like, a lot of people went on like defending me, talking about it, and just saying that like, leave this baby alone. But that's just one of it, to be honest. And you know, it's what.
So let's talk about your brand.
Oh yes.
So before you went into the house, were you actively in therapy?
A therapist.
A therapist, rather.
Yes. In therapy is me being in therapy, but yes, I'm actively in therapy. So, but yeah, yes, I was. I've worked so long as a therapist. I've worked as a PM. I've worked at a lot of things, but I was actively just a therapist and researcher before I went, and I was building a brand as a content creator. Okay. Actually, so
I think I saw one or two.
On my TikTok especially, you will see some videos. So yes, I was building that some like storytelling, you know, growth sort of platform, and that's why my podcast is sort of going in that direction. So yes, am I going back? Not fully. Right.
Why? Because of Big Brother.
Okay, so going on Big Brother was supposed to be the platform to sort of like launch an influencer sort of like career, which I've always wanted. Okay. I'm not the kind of person that I just want to have one career for the rest of my life, blah, blah, blah. Like, I will always be a psychologist. I'll get my PhD, I'll work, I'll do my research, all of that. I'll continue to work in that space. Build digital apps, whatever I want to do, because I've worked in the tech space for mental health. I'll do all of that. However, I want to be an influencer, and for the next 6 months, it requires a kind of focus and energy from me that I cannot give while being a full-time therapist. And also, my clients have been supportive, by the way. Like, they've sent messages, all of that. It's not stopping them from wanting to book sessions or anything. In fact, they're even like, please open your calendar. I've seen it's blocked. But I understand that mentally, I'm not still at the place where I want to be. That will allow me to work properly because of everything that's been happening. I'm just picking up the pieces of my life, to be honest.
Does the therapist need therapy?
I'm already in therapy. So I started from even the day after I got out of the house. Okay. We always have like a therapist that sees us. Away from that, I'm seeing somebody else because it's not easy, and it's easier to look at this thing when you're not in the position and be like, oh, okay, they look somehow. Oh, why are they rushing? But when you're doing it, your life is like this for the next 3 months, right? And if you miss a day, it feels like you've missed an eternity or so many opportunities that you could have taken, and it's exhausting and it's overwhelming, and I need to understand. I need to have a goal of where I want to be as an influencer, and I'm trying to push there first.
How much of therapy do you think people? How would I put this question? Do you think the sensitization of the need to have therapy per time is well saturated?
I mean, I think a big number of Nigerians are not in therapy. I think a big number of Nigerians do not even believe in therapy.
Is it because it's expensive?
One, we are actually living in a country where therapy is actually a luxury.
Why?
Why? Because therapists need to eat too. No, but
because 1 hour, wait, just 1 hour therapy session. By the time you tell me that 1 hour therapy session is 500K, that's enough therapy for me.
No, but there are people with less, like less amounts of money, from the 50K to the 25 even.
Okay.
You find 100, you find different amounts. But it's almost like going to the hospital, where you have hospitals where they're taking a card 5K, while some hospitals is 100K or something like that, or consultations 100, while some hospitals is 5. It's the same thing, right? So you know that you're going to some hospitals because of the kind of care you're going to get, the quality. So it's like someone like me that's worked for years.
How many years have you worked for?
Yes. 2017 to now is 8
years.
Yes, about 8 years.
How many you
almost
charge?
10 years. I say that. I don't want to talk about all of that.
You know that I need therapy.
No, I'm focusing on my brand now as an influencer. But away from that, there's that, and nobody complains too much. You just know you're getting certain care. So with therapy, right, it's not a thing where too many people are like, oh, I want to get therapy. No, people do not. People are it's still slightly foreign to people. When I started my private practice, we're not a lot that were young, and we're offering this service. I could count how many of us, and that's why even if you look at the trajectory of the work that I've done, I've not just worked for Nigerian companies, even international companies, because we're still just a few. So they could pick us out and just work with us, for all of this. So, and it's still the same thing. It's even now that, there are times where I've mentored like people that are coming up and we're like, okay, there are more people saying that they want to stay because they've seen someone like me who is not even 30 yet. But I've had like a long career. By the time I'm 30, but like 10 years.
You'll be what now?
I'm 28 this year. So by the time I am that age, I'll be proper 10 years into my career, and it's not something you see easily. And I'm very grateful that more people are deciding to stay, because whether you like it or not, I keep saying this thing, the money is almost cut. Like you most likely won't be wealthy. Like you won't be the person that lives La Vida Loca. However, you be a person that, if you do it well, you can be a person that has a good life. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with giving back and saying that this is my life's calling, blah, blah, blah? Then fine. However, for someone like me, not really.
You want to be wealthy.
That's why I'm venturing into things, but I want to be like, I have a certain lifestyle that I want to have or live, and that's why I'm pursuing other things.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, that's really amazing. So your influencing career, you're open to a lot of deals, and I mean, I feel like, do you have like a niche that you want to focus on? Wellness influencing, or just any type of influence, or fashion, and so that people who are watching probably will have an idea what you want to do?
Obviously, so there's a niche in terms of wellness. I don't think anybody even in the house sort of like has that niche. I don't know if Faith is going to take it up, but for me, mental health, right, and growth. I always call it growth. The growth aspect of speaking to people. So things that have to do with helping people grow in their relationships, in their life, in their friendships, and with their family even, because I have videos on even parenting, family, all of that, right? Just taking what I know as a professional, merging it with conversations, that have to, like conversations like this that are not necessarily professional, but are more, let's say, they're honest conversations and they're chilled, laid back, and giving it to people and answering questions for them that they wouldn't necessarily ask people around them because of fear of judgment, stuff like that. But just always being like this internet big sister that has the answers to your life questions. That's it, right? But like I'm also into beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So I go to places like people. So the thing when I came out, when people were telling me that, oh, the salad girl. Yes, I go to places. I review salads. I eat in restaurants. I review it sometimes. I like to do my makeup myself, and I like to wear certain clothes. And I want to also show that aspect of me, because I think that's part of me wasn't shown a lot in the house. So it's almost like a thing. If you actually know me in real life, I like to dress up, I like to go out, and I want to also show that part of me, to the internet.
Beautiful. So we'll give a shout out. Oh, your podcast is coming up soon, right? Tell us what it's going to be about.
Oh, my podcast titled, tentative title, Do I Look Like a Therapist? So it's like what I said. It's conversations with guests mainly, where we answer questions from people all around Africa, not just Nigeria, right? I say Africa because with Big Brother, it's everywhere, and the diaspora too. So people outside that have issues, could be love. So it's be themed. So there are love weeks, there are weeks of relationships, weeks of family, siblingship, money, work. So anything that I would say that is the human condition experience, right? We have those conversations. Obviously, I'm a professional. However, it's going to be a lot of laughter, connection, community. Just talking about it, answering these questions for people and having conversations with the guests about lived experiences so people can also learn from that. So it's almost like Agony Auntie, but more conversational. About that, because I don't think that there's a podcast, especially with a psychologist that's also in this field of being a reality TV star, that's willing to sit down, have these conversations that are real and give you proper tools that you can use for everyday life.
Absolutely. Really nice talking to you. So now that you changed your handle, please tell them your handle.
Now that I've changed my handle on Instagram, it's Ibifubara Davis. Not Itso, like the handle is Ibifubara Davis.
Why did you write at the Davis?
Ibifubara Davis.
Why was there a Davis there?
I mean,
your name is Ibifubara.
Yes, my name is Ibifubara. Well, it's my surname too now. Davis is my surname. So I know I needed to write Ibifubara, but it was already taken. So by a couple of people, yes, Ibifubara A.
Maybe there's another Ibifubara somewhere.
Where my former handle used to be Ibifubara D once, so I thought I could even do that. But Ibifubara Davis is for, I think people are finding it still because a few people knew, especially from Twitter, that my surname was Davis already because that's there. On Twitter, Ibifubara_D. That I got that name.
No Davis you couldn't get Davis.
That was I didn't. It wasn't necessary, so it was just Ibifubara D there. So it's the same thing. If you click Ibifubara Davis, you'll find me anywhere. And on TikTok. TikTok has refused to change my name till September. But just type Ibifubara. I promise you, I always pop up there and you'll find me because that's my username. The profile name Ibifubara. And you find me. So I think like apart from one governor, I'm the only other Ibifubara you find on the internet that's popular.
That's not your governor.
I don't know. He's that guy. Yes, the governor. Apart from, and he's even Fubara, not even Ibifubara.
That's your governor. That can make you the special assistant. You say you don't want to do politics. What if your governor wants to come on your podcast?
That's different now. It's a guest.
But you say that's your governor.
I don't want to involve myself too much. But I just want to say that my name is Ibifubara everywhere, Ibifubara Davis everywhere, and I can't wait to connect with everyone, and I'm very happy that a lot of people have found me and a lot of people are following and commenting, just being sweethearts, really.
And you're finally finding yourself too.
I'm finally finding myself, speaking to people more, reaching out to people more, people that even supported, I'm taking my time. But coming out has been a roller coaster. There's been so much that's happened to me in my personal life and outside. There's a lot of reflections I've had to do. I'm glad I'm here.
Nice talking to you. Thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and shout out to our sponsors, Blue Ridge Microfinance Bank, your one-stop shop for anything banking. My name is Olufemi Daniel. Until next time I come here again. Bye, guys.